What's up, YouTube? Hellspawn here. This is the actual review of the completed Hot Toys British Army Blues and Royals Regiment Afghanistan Tank Commander figure. The other two videos you saw was just the initial unboxing of how the different stuff came in the box and what was there. And then the next videos were me starting to put it together. You'll notice that I got all the way up to the main stuff on assembling the figure, but then towards the end it started to get a little tricky with some of these straps because they were all stitched down. So you had to go in and like cut some of the vertical stitching on the straps to loosen them up enough to be able to fit stuff back there. I don't know if that's the way they meant you to do it, but that's what had to be done just to be able to get all this stuff that you see on the front of his tack vest, his flak vest or whatever, to even fit inside of those straps. You had to cut them. Pretty cool figure overall, super detailed, everything's super detailed. I mean, all the way down to just the grenade has the pin in it, the patches are actual little patches that Velcro on. All the way down to, you know, the bolt works on the rifle, the sights flip up, the magazines load and unload. The handguns, the actual slides are spring-loaded slides. There's actual magazines inside the handguns. All sorts of really cool stuff on here that makes this thing super detailed and super accurate. The only complaints I had about it was, one, when putting it together, these straps that were stitched down so you couldn't put the items where they were supposed to go unless you pulled the stitching out. The second thing that kind of pissed me off is there was no instructions. The third thing that kind of pissed me off was on his earphones or his noise-canceling headset, there's little metal like wire straps on the, or wire things on the back of these earmuffs that were connected together on each side with a single plastic strap that was unadjustable, and you couldn't move it. But his head was wider than that strap let the headphones spread apart. So you almost had to break the wires and not even use that part just to get the headphones on the figure, period. There really was no way to do that without damaging the headphones, which kind of sucks. Maybe it was just this one. Maybe other people out there that have this figure didn't have that problem. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was, but you know, I've put enough of these things together to know what's going on, and the whole pulling stitching out and the headphone thing not fitting right, that isn't normal. So either way, he went together. You can't even tell on the headphones that anything was wrong, and the flak vest looks normal now that all the stitching's been pulled out. You can see all the way around. That's from the side. Also, another thing, the way that the hand holds the assault rifle, you can't put the clip in because it's one of those guns that has the clip behind the pistol grip. So if you put the clip in right where the clip is supposed to go, it's like right in the middle of his arm. So you would have to turn the whole gun at an angle to be able to get the clip in there. A normal human being might be able to do this with no problem, but Hot Toys figures are a little bit different. It just looked kind of funky because it like twisted the whole gun in his grip, and it made him look like he was holding it at a strange angle. So I just took the clip out of it and put it in one of the pockets on his vest or something like that. You can't even tell on the gun unless you're really looking close anyways. Also, the tactical harness that went with the gun won't fit all the way around him and hold the gun at a decent position for him to hold it. Maybe if you threaded the tack strap underneath all of his gear, but not on it. That's another thing right there that you just saw. This is really loose. They actually have it where the rifle will break down and the whole receiver will, you know, come off the top of the grip assembly and stuff, but it doesn't lock. It's just really loose, and I mean, I just kind of set my hand on the desk and it flipped forward. So other than that, I mean, just super, 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 super detailed with all the little straps and clips, and just, you know, all the features on the weapons and the bags and the camelback. You know, he's got his knife up here, that big curved knife like Emil from Halo Reach. All sorts of cool stuff. I mean, all the little flashlight pouches work. You know, you go up here in the headset with the helmet, the see-through goggles, the sunglasses, the gun came in a bunch of different parts, the clip, the whole thing breaks down, the bolt works, the scope. I mean, it's just, it's really cool. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit to look at right there. I would definitely give this figure probably a 9.5 out of 10 in cool factor. The detail's perfect, the figure's amazing. All the clothing and stitching and armor work is perfect. It's super detailed, super accurate. It's just part of the assembling process kind of sucked a little bit. If you're not like a veteran figure builder, or if you haven't done this before, or if you're kind of like a younger kid or something like that, I can see why it would be a little difficult for somebody to be able to do this. Not to mention, like I mentioned before in one of my other videos, you know, if you pay $150, $200 for one of these from Hot Toys, you're a little timid about getting in there with an X-Acto knife and starting to cut stitching out of a flak vest and stuff. So, bit weird on the assembly part, but when you're done, it's an awesome, awesome, awesome figure. So Hot Toys never disappoints when it comes to that. So I'm just going to zoom in here and give you guys a quick, you know, up close, detailed view, rotating view here of the figure. And then you all can tell me what you think from there, or if you see something that you like, you can definitely go and pick one up for yourself. But just be aware that when you buy this one, there's definitely some assembly required, and it's definitely more than your average Hot Toys figure would bring assembly wise. Give you all the way down to the boots, which you can even see the boot tread in the mirror underneath, which is pretty cool. So I'll give you one more quick semi-zoomed out look at it. Oop, a little too quick there, but either way, super awesome figure. Hot Toys, well done. Again, this is going to go back to my friend Wes back home with him. He's actually sitting here watching this right now. But so now he's got a fully assembled figure. He'll take it home and set it on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, if you can find it for a good price, I think he got it for about $80 on eBay. Which $80 for a Hot Toys figure, as you know, isn't bad. Do pick one up, especially if you're an Army, you know, fan. There's lots of Dragon toys and stuff out there, and G.I. Joe toys, 12-inch figures. They're cool, but they're nothing like this, man. I mean, this looks like you took somebody off of the battlefield, shrunk them down to 1/6 scale size, and set them on a rotating stand in front of you. I mean, it's pretty incredible how detailed this is. So, either way, like I said, Hot Toys, British Army, Blues and Royals Regiment, Afghanistan Tank Commander 1/6 scale figure. Super cool. 9 out of 5 on the, you know, the coolness factor. 10 out of 10 on the detailed level and quality of the figure itself. Assembly, though, I'm gonna have to give it like a 6. I mean, it wasn't anything too hard to do, but you know, there's definitely a little bit to be left desired when it comes to putting this bad boy together. But other than that, like I said, the only thing that would take a half point off on the figure or a full point was just small things like the headphones. You know, nobody likes to have something that's not perfect, so to be able to have to do that to put the headphones on kind of sucks. You know, and a few things could be a little tighter, like the gun and a couple other things, but pretty cool stuff. Just to give you a quick look, there's the pistol, the smoke grenades in there, there's the knife, the camelback, all the weapons here, bag, holster, the flak jacket has the two things in there, the plates. I put all the little patches on here, here, and there's one more here. And then you got the grenade, the little strips there, a couple magazines inside of pockets and stuff like that. And then the helmet has the earmuffs, the tack helmet, the goggles, and the glasses. That was the other stuff that I put on that you guys didn't get to see because it was just too tedious and took so long. So, anyhow, this is Hellspawn with another review for you guys. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think. If you go out and get one, let me know what you think of the actual figure itself. And other than that, you guys know what to do. Collect everything.